Hey, welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. Excuse me for my voice. I'm a bit sick. I've been fighting off a little bit of a cold recently, but I'm gonna be okay. Anyways, I got lots of new videos coming your way. Gonna bring that fresh content. I do. Want to grow my channel. I'm gonna work on trying to edit some videos. I'm gonna look a little bit more into making more refined videos so they're not so you know look like they're done by an amateur, right? But anyways, thank you for the views. You could subscribe. That would be great. Hit the notifications button. I'll tell you a little bit about myself. I haven't talked too much about myself on the channel. For those of you who know me already, from Canada, and I lived here most of my life. I did live in the States for 2 years of my life. I lived in Florida when I was younger, in I think it was grade 1, grade 2. Yeah, and it was good. The Canada and the States are both countries that are made up of North America, and they're very similar countries. The border between America, the United States, and then which is separating Canada, is actually the largest unguarded border in the entire world. Amazing, eh? Yeah. Mexico, on the other hand, well, I don't want to come off as being a bit obnoxious, but in a way, it's a sad thing that Mexico didn't get its government together. The truth is, Mexico has a ton of corruption. Mexico's government is not very good, and that's the way it's been for a long time. Trump made his point. Trump said, "Let's build a wall." Trump knows all the drug money that goes in through the border to the States from Mexico. Trump wants the wall because the wall is going to try to help prevent key people out in a way that don't need to be in the United States, taking jobs, committing crimes, not paying taxpayers' dollars. It's like if you think a major concern when you run a country is having no illegal aliens. That's like saying, oh hey, yeah, there's no process to get into my country. Terrorists, killers, doesn't matter who you are, welcome. Well, does that make sense? No, it doesn't. This is why we have regulations. This is why we have a process in most countries to allow people, immigrants that want to come to the country, a chance to come, but they must meet certain requirements. We don't let anybody into a country. The States doesn't, Canada doesn't. We don't just say, oh, you got 2 legs and a heartbeat, come on in. No, it's not like that. You need to have criminal record checks. Even if you're a criminal in Canada, they don't even want you in the States. You got to go through a process where you got to clean your record, and you got to wait a couple years before things can get cleared in your name. But anyways, a lot of people are a bit against Trump. And you know what? Trump's gonna have his election 2020. It's coming. It's coming quick. You know, and when 2020 hits, you're either gonna want him or you're not gonna want him. I find Trump is many things. I'm not an American, so I wouldn't have as good of an opinion as a United States citizen. You know, I don't actually live in the States because I'm from Canada. Like I said, you know, the States is wonderful. I did live there, right? Like I said, beautiful place, amazing place to live, great people. I love Americans. Americans say, Canadians are so nice. We Canadians always say sorry. You know, Canadians are really nice. Canadians do really say sorry. Americans, very nice though, really are. I'll tell you this, a lot of Americans are just good quality people. You know, Americans don't forget you. You know, Americans, they can be friendly and informative and just good all-around citizens. But then again, it probably depends where you live in the States. You know, not everyone's going to live in the same place, obviously, and have the same type of people that are going to approach you with the same nice attitude, you know, the nice, welcoming attitude and kind demeanor. You know, some Americans are not as kind as others, and that's okay. You know, when you look at Trump has said his share of unkind things. The thing about Trump is that Trump's the type of person that he wants to be the president, and he's doing the job, but is he really a better president than Obama was? You know, are the important stuff happening? Like Trump's been saying, I'm bringing jobs back to America. You know, has Trump actually brought jobs back to America? Has Trump actually fulfilled promises? Did he really and realistically make America great again? That's the question. That's what I would be asking. You know, if I was American in the United States, I'd be like, well, did Trump really make sure on his promises, and or did he really just put in work to improve the country's well-being? You know, this is something I would ask. I hope that we have more communication in the States for politics and to be able to, you know, work together. A lot of the time, I feel like some of the states are very separated too. Not all the laws are the same in every state. Many states have their own, very own separate laws, and that's okay, I guess. But then again, it's good to be on the same page politically. It's good to be with the people on a grand scale of things. So what Trump has going for him is Trump's like an all-around American. You know, Trump's got a big name for himself in the States. You know, Trump was a New Yorker. Trump was somebody who became very famous. And, you know, I won't deny the fact that, you know, I'm not even American, but I can clearly tell Trump is like the embodiment of like a passionate American citizen, you know. Through the years, I could see he kind of loves being an opportunist. I'd say Trump's an opportunist. He's a bit of an entrepreneur. Trump's a person who loves to sell himself. And sometimes that's what you need to do to have success, selling yourself, being able to come with more energy, more focus at the same time into creating yourself, your image. Trump is an image creator. Like, what's amazing about the guy is he's branded himself. He literally did. He made Trump, the Trump name, Trump Towers. He's got, he's branded himself Trump. He had his own puzzles. He's got tons of stuff just Trump named, Trump made, Trump owns a casino, Trump seems like a business guy, but then again, it's so hard to trust people in politics, I myself, I like politics. I find that the best politicians are the politicians who understand that when you're going to run for a country in power, any position, you want to understand there's a greater mission at hand, and that's to serve the people. You're there to serve people. You're there to take a higher job of responsibility to look over those below you. Simple as that. Simple. A high position of authority in the government is because sometimes people need a representative to be able to work on their behalf. And that's basically what governments are supposed to do for American citizens and Canadian citizens alike. Governments should work on helping the people, work on jobs, taxes, schooling, education, Corrupt countries, the difference between a corrupt government and an uncorrupt government is sometimes just this. You listening? Okay. A corrupt government works for the people on the inside and just makes money, steals taxpayers' money, doesn't really have much going for them, doesn't make a lot of trade deals, probably doesn't really just care for the people. They just want to steal money, and that's sad. It's very sad. There's probably still governments out there that have this attitude, and it should change because it's for the better of humanity. Good leaders lead for the better of humanity. Okay. When you stop leading, you stop believing, right? When you believe in the people, then you can lead for the people. You believe, yes, if you love your country and you think to yourself, I do like this country, I should do what's best for it. That's what a good government thinks about. When you think about it, when you're thinking in terms of political power, it's such a great responsibility that I think a lot of politicians take for granted their position. And at the same time, a lot of them work hard, taking nothing from that. But are politicians doing enough? That's the question. That's the age-old question, Personally, I don't think America is the greatest place to live anymore. It's one of them. And I want it to be the best place. I want the United States and North America to be the best place to live. We're losing in dollar value to the Europeans. Yeah, the euro's worth way more than an American buck. China took all the jobs, like Trump said, you know. The good thing about the United States is it's resourceful when it needs to be. The United States is a cunning country. It's cunning when it needs to be. So it's been. A lot of people forget, you know, the United States saved world domination. Okay, don't forget this. The United States came in, fought Hitler, stopped Hitler's army. Canada joined him. Canada joined the United States, and we went over there, and we pushed Hitler back. We stopped the Nazis. That's amazing. Wasn't China. You know, even Russia was getting Russia. I believe Russia was in the war, but America really made the difference. You know, United States soldiers really made the difference in stopping the Nazis. You know, from what I know, you know, I don't know everything, but I know what I'm taught in school. But at the same time, I'm going to add this: everything you learn in school, you don't have to take everything for fact. Okay, a lot of things you get taught by your government, by your school, great information. It's great. But not everything is true. So something I find quite interesting to talk about. I've had arguments over whether or not everything that the school tries to teach you is correct, is for the better of the students who attend the school. You know, the truth is, no, it's not. You know, I'll tell you one thing, you know, I personally think the cafeteria foods at school, not that good. I watched a movie by Michael Moore, American producer. Michael Moore did Bowling for Columbine. Never forget that movie. Michael Moore did a movie on food in the United States. Michael Moore compared food from Europe and other countries. Some countries, they y'all eat the same stuff. In the States, you know, you can get what you want from the cafeterias. You know, it's like, is all the food we eat really that healthy? No, it's not. French fries, pizza, and cheeseburgers, not healthy. Okay. Take it from me, I've had some health problems. I got over them. But I'll tell you this. Eating a lot of junk food makes your insides feel junky. We don't have a ton of knowledge when it comes to what's really the best choice to make. And when it concerns nutrition, or when it concerns, you know, getting jobs, schools don't teach you how to save money. They really don't. I'm not the first guy to say it. I probably won't be the last guy to say schools don't teach you how to save money. You know, you ever watch Ty Lopez on YouTube? Right? High schools, they just ain't saying, look, hey, spend the money this way because it's smart. Had a budget. You know, you want to buy a home? Yeah, I'd like to buy a home. The sooner you can get it implanted and then generate a plan inside your head, you think about your plan. You say, okay, I need to save X amount of dollars weekly, X amount of dollars monthly. My bills cost X amount of dollars. Therefore, X needs to equal X. Okay. Simple. It's that. That's simple. you know. Most people eventually get it down. When you're older, you just start to you survive it. It's like saying, I don't have enough money to do this, I can't do it, you know. Sometimes you're like, oh, I want to spend this money on Avengers Endgame. No, save the money. Save your energy. Find a good job. Find alternate ways of making money too. You know, jobs are only as practical at generating money as practical as they are at generating money. When you use the internet and you find other sources, you know, Jeff Bezos in 1997, there's an interview of him, says, well, the internet sales are growing by 2,300%. So that's why I started Amazon back in 1995. So he thought to himself, I could use the internet to sell stuff. It's a great idea. So he's using the internet. He's selling stuff on the internet. Started selling books. He knew books sold really, really well. Books were one of the best sellers on the internet at the time. I don't know how books are selling these days, but I bet you books are still selling really good. I'll tell you this. You know, ebooks are great. I think ebooks are ebooks are cheaper. Ebooks are better. But then again, you know, do what you want. But the more you inform yourself, the better you make decisions for a newer, better, possibly greater way of doing things. You know, people love to do the same old. It takes courage to be an innovator. It takes courage to be an inventor, and it takes courage to be a guy like Elon Musk, who's both of those things, an entrepreneur, one hard worker, and he's also a billionaire. But besides the money, he is a person who can envision and put his work to good use. And that's what young people need to do. You know, the government sets it up in school and says, go to college, we need docs. Go to college, you know, we need you in this job, we need you in this field, we need you here, we need you there. And the world needs more people like Elon Musk who think outside the box, who think, I can make Tesla. Oh, I can make my own company. Great. This is good. Successful, highly successful people. Can't emphasize it enough. They do things differently. They think outside the box. They think, I gotta go for a big picture. And I gotta just never quit until I get it done. You know? That's how great minds think. Anyways, so, how do great minds think? I gave you the answer. You go think about it. Now, doesn't matter what age you are, I still believe you can have your success. You know, I'm not Gary Vee, but I do differently than Gary Vee. I got my own podcast. I do believe that there's a lot of abilities people need to harness to be able to project what they really want to do. You know, a lot of people are so shy, they don't want to talk about stuff. You know, I've been there, right? Some people, they don't think that coming out and speaking up is as important as, you know, their dreams would let them believe. And that's a problem. You know, that's the issue I'm bringing up here to help people. You know, when you start to think that your goals and your dreams aren't good and big enough that you should pursue them, that's when you fail yourself. Okay? Remember that. All right. Another thing before I get off. Just remember, you have the power to make your life better every day. I send you love. I send you energy. You know, passion. You got to have passion to be able to make your success happen. All right? Whether it's you're doing YouTube, whether it's you want to sing, whether it's you want to play guitar, whether it's whatever you love to do. Passion, energy, commitment, responsibility, virtue, ethics. Oh, ethics. Have some ethics. Have a plan. Think about it. The more you learn how to be meticulous and put your plan to action, the better. A lot of people, they just don't, they can't use their heads anymore. You know, I'll tell you this. Disappointment only comes to those who quit. Winners, why do they win? They never quit. Winners think to themselves, I got to keep going for the sake of my win, and I'm going to get what I want. And that's a mentality that's very strong and powerful. Just like Trump. Trump could have gave up and said, I won't beat Hillary. He beat her. Trump actually had less total votes than Hillary, but Trump still won. He won the states that he needed to win over. And having majority states beats having majority number of actual votes. That's how it works. Sad, but then again, that's how the world of politics follows its rules. If you want to win in life, play by the rules. If you want to be successful, understand rules, be intelligent, learn. I can't emphasize that. You know, Warren Buffett says, the more you learn, the more you earn. You know, I ain't Ty Lopez, okay? But I'll tell you this much. You want to be somebody who makes a lot of money and has a lot of success, you got to be dedicated. You got to wake up every day. You got to think, how do I get it better? How do I do it faster? How do I get more? How do I influence more people? How do I get sales higher? How do I have a better product? How do I put out more to be able to receive more money, more feedback, more understanding on how to sell products? It's a learning process. It's valuable to fail, because when you fail, you learn what you did wrong, and then you can fix what you did wrong, make yourself better. Highly successful people seek to fail because it helps them grow. It's true. I'm not the first guy, I won't be the last guy to say it. You know, you want to have success, it's got to come from your heart. You got to believe in yourself, and your brain. You got to think. You got to be a thinker. You know, a lot of people these days, they just do. They're not innovative. They're not creative. They just follow what's pro quo, status quo, and they just kind of, you know, don't always seize as much opportunity that we have. There's so much opportunity. Even when I'm making this video, could be online, could be on, you know, Instagram, or it could be on Amazon, building the platform, building a business. Websites are easier to make now than ever. You make free websites. It's unbelievable. The designing capabilities and designing capacity we have to make websites is so phenomenal that you wouldn't even believe it. Anyways, go do stuff. Go learn from good people. Less watch PewDiePie, more watching me. I'm out.